Hi, you're getting a vlog, and you didn't realize you're getting a vlog for adults yet, but you are. Ow, I also hurt myself today. Do you see it? Hi, do I look this way? Do I look this way? My lounge doesn't have legs. If there's any couch sponsorships around, please get me a new couch. This is stupid. Everything is stupid. No, so I wrote adults in 2022. And I wrote it about a 6 week, I think it was 6 weeks, around that 6 week relationship that I had with my uni lecturer. My finger really hurts. I was on the mic stand, this mic stand, and then I went la la la, and then it just like dropped. I wrote this about a 6 week relationship, me and a uni lecturer, and I wrote this about me sleeping with my uni lecturer and having a relationship with him. And we met when I was 17 because when I was doing the HSC, which is the Australian final exams, you did the interview to get into uni, right? We were chatting, and at the time he was married. I think he was married to someone named genuinely 17, married. He was like the year coordinator sort of thing. But anyways, I start uni, freshly turned 18, and he's like the main teacher at this uni. He's the one that everyone goes to for advice. He's the one that comes out and hangs out with us. He's like old, but he's not too old, so he can still like connect, and he was an ex-student as well. Why am I looking? Don't look at my shelf, look at you. I didn't always have a crush on this lecturer, but I was always like, we're really close, like this is fun. And he also looks like my first ex-boyfriend from that university. So when I was there at uni, we got really close, and we would always go out for lunch and hang out and chat, and he was the one that I went to for all my advice about any music industry advice on anything that went wrong, anything that went right, anything that was exciting, went to him. See, I feel fine, but I can tell in my body, like as I'm talking, he just gets really tight and anxious. It's weird, one of those things that your mind doesn't remember how bad it is, but your body, as you talk about it, starts to choke up. So it's fine. Yeah, I've graduated, finished uni, and then I messaged him. I was going through a really rough time, and I was like, well, who's the person that I went to whenever something went wrong? Who was the person that I went to for any sort of moment or crisis? And it was him. So I messaged him, and I remember, I think I had a hair appointment. We sneeze around these parts. And then I met up with the lecturer after messaging him to catch up. I honestly can't remember where we went or how we ended up back at his place. I don't remember a thing. I remember messaging him, and that's about it. And then everything else is just like fragments. So when I went back to his place, I know it was because I wanted to go meet his cats. He was always like, I've got 2 cats. And I was like, oh my God, cats. Oh my God, cats. That's how you freaking get me. So we went back to his place and met his cats, and then we ended up getting high because he had like medical. So I was like, yeah, this is like legal, it's chill, it's fine. And yeah, then I got high, and then one thing led to another, and then we're doing it. And at first I admit I was like, wow, this is law, this is like character building, wow, look at me go. Of course this happens to me. It just kept going on, and I realized very quickly that this person that I like admired with every bit of me, looked up to with every bit of me, that I just believed in, absolutely just shattered in front of my eyes. And the song Adults, like the pre-chorus is like, it's not metaphoric. That was the moment that I realized how much I didn't want to be there, when I was already in the middle of it, just kind of looking up going, do you see the same girl with the same eyes? And one of the things that I asked him really early on was like, were you attracted to me as a student? And he replied with, I have eyes, don't I? So I was like, well, that doesn't make it any better. And I got to the point where I couldn't leave. And it sounds dumb because we're both adults. And this is the whole internal monologue that I was having with myself. I was like, that's not the G word because we're both adults, but I couldn't feel, look at me get anxious. Look at me get anxious. The feeling being in it, I couldn't describe it, and I couldn't find a movie that related to it, or a song that related to it, or something where it was like, we're both adults, but it's still the G word because I looked up to you and I built so much trust for you over years. And it was actually an ex-partner who had sit me down and said, this is what this is. And I was like, no, it's not. And he was like, yes, it is. I felt like because I couldn't describe what I was feeling, that the feeling wasn't valid enough to feel horrible about it, which is a horrible way to think. Because I couldn't describe it meant that I felt like I didn't deserve to feel as horrible as I did, and it just got to the point like I was like, oh, I can't stay over because I don't have skincare, and he was like, well, let me go buy you skincare, and oh, I don't have my laptop, oh, let me go buy you an iPad. So we got to the point that I was like, fuck it, well, if this man's just gonna spend his money on me, go for it. I don't care. I got to that point because I was like, I'm gonna feel this horrible about it. He's not gonna let me leave, I'm gonna make him want to leave me. And I did that. I never texted, I was distant. He loved me so much. Just he couldn't see why I was so shook by it. He couldn't understand. And then I kept getting high around him because I was like, well, I don't want to be here, so I need to be in a space to be there. And I was with someone I used to be friends with, and I remember getting the email, which was like this big, has to do this to read the email, with him pretty much saying that he wanted to end it. And I remember feeling so much weight off my shoulders, so much weight, and going, yeah, sure. I gave him his stuff back. I did hold his mop hostage because I didn't want the mop, but he let me have that. And yeah, that's the song Adults. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to vlog about. I'm just gonna freaking yap. YAGKI's Yaps. Let's go. That's what we're starting. So we're vlogging. We're in my vlogging era. Let's put it on YouTube.